For Game 2, that turn 1 Steppe Lynx was there again, but this time Stark had Oust to keep it back for a little while. This kept Rietzl back a little without a play on turn 2, while Stark had double Preordain. Rietzl was very excited as he drew that Steppe Lynx once again. He cast it along with Squadron Hawk, fetching 3 more. Again, Stark had the Oust for Steppe Lynx. Rietzl just beat in with what he had and cast a couple of extra copies of Squadron Hawk. He already had the squadron in hand, so he didn't need to worry about searching and shuffling away that Lynx. Stark had Squadron Hawk of his own, but with all of those copies of Oust, he certainly didn't seem like the beatdown. Rietzl cast a Stoneforge Mystic to fetch adventuring gear. He resolved it without issue, equipped, and attacked with his flying team after playing an Evolving Wilds. This was enough to prompt a chump block from Stark, who was stuck on just 3 lands. Stark cast another Hawk and passed, falling further and further behind in the game. Rietzl played an Arid Mesa, resolved the landfall trigger of adventuring gear, then moved the adventuring gear to another creature. In this way, he could make sure that each of his creatures was a threat in spite of Stark's 1 blocker. He moved the gear again, attacked, passing with 1 more fetch land up just in case, and Stark dropped to 12. A fetch land may not have helped Stark's life total, but it certainly improved his odds in the game as he cast Day of Judgment. Rietzl cast Steppe Lynx and Squadron Hawk, which got equipped with adventuring gear. Rietzl then played another fetch land, meaning that he had 2 uncracked and ready for action. Stark showed Divine Offering to get rid of adventuring gear before playing a Squadron Hawk. That Hawk had to chump block Steppe Lynx in the face of a host of uncracked fetch lands. Rietzl followed up with a plated Geopede, which forced another Day of Judgment. Stark was beginning to edge back in with another Squadron Hawk and a Ratchet Bomb. He next cast Gideon Jura, immediately pumping the Planeswalker to force attacks from Rietzl's team. Rietzl cast Spikeshot Elder before playing a Mountain and passing. The little goblin would get some good hits in, given that Rietzl was now at 9 mana, and forced Stark's hand on blowing up Ratchet Bomb. Even on his way out, Spikeshot Elder killed off Squadron Hawk. Stark continued to power up Gideon Jura, and cast Baneslayer Angel, who was swiftly dealt with by Journey to Nowhere. Paul then had Stoneforge Mystic to fetch adventuring gear. Stark's play was Jace the Mind Sculptor, who gave Ben some brainstorm help, and then to up Gideon, putting him at a whopping 12 loyalty. Stoneforge Mystic smashed in for 7 thanks to 3 fetchland activations, but that still left Gideon on 5 loyalty. Paul had to empty his hand of a lightning bolt and an arc trail to kill Gideon. Stark started to use Jace to fate seal Paul, and cast another Gideon Jura. It was only a few fate seals from Jace and swings from Gideon before Paul picked up his cards. Paul Rietzl and Ben Stark are now at 1 game apiece.